Before I get into today's video, we do have another code to use, and no, I do not know what the code has, so let's find out together. Alright, so let's redeem the code. Girls Frontline 2 dolls. Hopefully it's more collapse pieces. What's in the mail? Combat reports and analysis blueprint. Alright, so we do have one more code, but that will be in the next video. Welcome back everyone to a Girls Frontline 2 Exilium video. In today's video we are going to be talking about team building. So team building is something I'm asked a lot in Girls Frontline 2. It is very simple but also can be very confusing, which I do understand. So first things first, what we need to understand is that there are certain types for the girls. So we have Bulwark, Vanguard, Support, and then the Sentinel class as well. This is very important for certain team comps that you want to build, as it may seem very simple, like, hey, I'm going to put one DPS on a team, one tank on a team, and one support on the team. Yes, you can do that, but you also have to understand certain characters have certain things that apply to them. I would say number one, because a lot of people like her, and I do get it, she does have that gyat on her and she's pretty hot. Pertia, right? A lot of people end up pulling her and they're just running like Ksenia, Cheetah, and Groza for whatever reason. You're literally just wasting her at that point. Pertia actually needs a AoE DPS character with my bad, with her. So Lada is a great option that we get currently right now from the event. We do not have Lada. If you're watching this video at that time, then Latara is also a great option to use. Even Vipli that we get for free, also an option that you can use, right? So those things do matter in team comps. Not everything is going to work exactly the same for each and every character. Eventually you will have to understand how the character works and what can apply to them. I know another thing is like, oh, Xiongju, right? Burn team comp, essentially running the burn teams, which is called the burn units with her. Xiongju burn team comp is really good if you have her V3, which, I mean, eventually just getting from the standard summons, you will get V3 eventually, but that's definitely one of the goals that you want to get for Xiongju. Low key, I didn't even know that I had her V1 this entire time. When did I even get her V1? I don't even remember. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, I will break this down from DPS, tank, and we have our support unit, right? So this is something that is just a generic guideline. If you are running one DPS character, let's say you have Xiongju or Tololo, which is basically the number one picks, your team comp is going to be Xiongju, one support, so Suami, Ksenia, Cheetah, or Kofin. So any of these four supports, just one, okay? So currently right now we have two characters in the team comp. We have our DPS and then we have our support. Next thing is another DPS. You want another DPS after this. So let's say, I want to play Nemesis for reasons. Yeah, but let's say I want to play Nemesis or Lada. Cool. Pick another one. So now you have two DPS in the team and one support, leaving the last option open. Now the last option, depending on what content that you are playing, let's say you are doing boss battle where you need to have a lot of damage. And I'm not talking about campaign, I'm talking about the stage. If we go to combat simulation, let's say you're doing a boss fight, you need more damage. Don't run Groza as your last unit as a tank. Let's run something like another DPS. Or if you're gonna die, run another support character. So 2 DPS, 2 support. But the core that you want is 2 DPS, 1 support. Depending on the content that you're doing, a tank will help you more or support will help you more. This literally applies for every single team comp. So I understand, I would believe the common mistake for new players for Ghost Frontline 2 is that we have the basic team, you know, Groza, Nemesis, right? You have a tank and a DPS. But then some people run things like, they hear Ksenia is really good, right? So they run Ksenia and Cheetah together. So now you just have Groza, Nemesis, Ksenia, Cheetah. But then you might lack damage for some stages and you're wondering, why can't I clear something? Well, maybe don't run 2 supports and then you just run a DPS as well. Can you run 2 sustained characters on a team? Yeah. Sometimes you can. Sometimes it does cheese around content. The healing does work out, buffs do work out. But normally you would like to have 2 DPS, 1 support, and then you have an off pick basically. So that literally is pretty much team building. Certain, like I said, certain characters have certain things to them. Like let's say Pertia, right? Again, wants AoE damage. So please do not run not one AoE character with her. She needs an AoE character. So those are sort of the gimmicks in Ghost Frontline 2 that you will come across, and something that you have to understand. It's even things like Moisen, right? I can't look at it, but Moisen in the future, you're gonna say like, hey, I want to run electric team with Moisen. Moisen electric team really only applies heavily if she's V6. So obviously that's the basic team building and roles for characters that you should be looking out for. But eventually, as you are getting more into the game, you'll understand that even dupes unlock certain things that can help apply to team comps. Let's say I went on Pride Win right now, right? So I go on Pride Win, let me pull it up right now. And, oh no, that's the wrong Pride Win. That was a timer. And let's say I look at what we have here for China. This is how important team comp building is. So if you guys see this red box right here, right? Essentially, it's a special tag. Requires specific teammates to perform at their full potential. I gave you guys the basics of running 2 damage dealers, 1 sustained character. Your last character either being a tank or amplifier. So let's say in the future, you want to run Xiongju. Team comp would be Xiongju and Vector. These 2 go together all the time. All the time. Okay? Xiongju, Vector, and let's say you want to run Klukai because Klukai is just God, and you run Suumi. These are things that you're going to have to start to pick up on. And, you know, Klukai is a great AoE damage dealer. So guess what? What do you run with an AoE damage dealer? Pertia. See how Pertia goes from C to A? She can run with Klukai. Now you're starting able to use her again. And let's say you don't need a healer for whatever reason. Let's say you're a whale, or you just have really good gear. You run Klukai, Pertia, Xiongju, Vector. So certain things in the game that you obtain will break limitations for team building, or allow you to team build in different ways rather than the standard way. But the most standard way to team build would be 2 damage dealers and 1 sustained character. Your off pick can be an amplifier, or if you need it, you would pick a tank for that content. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I believe next video it will be the attachment guide. So I will literally go down every single character and I'll make an attachment guide for every single character. Attachments are pretty interesting in Ghost Frontline 2 because there are certain characters that can have different attachment sets that they can run. Why do I have a freeze on my... What the? I'm trolling. Why was I even there? Okay, good thing I look at my attachments. Yeah, so like attachments for like Xiongju only burn boost, but attachments for like Suami you can run emergency repair, you can run physical damage. So there's other things that you can run in Girls Frontline 2 for attachments. So we will go over that in the next video, and I'll pretty much just speed run it for every single character. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys understand team building a little bit more, and we'll decide to look more into the characters that you are playing, because yes, it does matter in the end. Obviously for campaign it doesn't matter as much, but when we do get other content and things like that, you will want to apply the characters correctly. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't yet. You guys can also join my Discord, link in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.